stars align once again for the true international MLBB Season 2 Indian Qualifiers, day number 2. And you know what they say, the two OGs are back into the casting jets because Champ was actually our second caster in the Cloud Clover after me. So we are back. So Champ, how does it feel to be back on the stage?
I have mixed feelings, man. To be honest, but what an honor to be back to be casting with the goat once again. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, Champ, quite a bit of an introduction. As for the GOAT comment, it's quite, I don't know what to say about that, man. We're not quite there yet, okay? But anyway, Champ, we are back. We are excited. And it's going to be day 2. And of course, we're going to have Straw Hat Pirates and Doomwalkers on for the first match. And as you know, Straw Hat Pirates are actually the team that is kind of, nurtured recently by our two casters, Wans and Debbie. So we actually have lots of expectation for them. And as for Doomwalkers, I've seen them playing into the Switch stage of Mythic Showdown as well. I'm pretty sure they are good when it comes to drafting and gameplay wise. So with that being said, I think we can go to the drafting right now.
Yes, man. Indeed. I don't wanna say anything. Like I have to be totally non-biased here, especially my gut. Any team I support, they don't ever almost win. So I'm gonna be staying neutral. I hope we can see something really good coming in from actually both the sides that we are spectating today.
Yep. And of course, Straw Hat Pirates are gonna have the first flip, the first ban, and the first pick onto their side, as Doomwalkers are just gonna witness things about, maybe come up with some counters for the first pick side. But as of now, we're getting a Harriet ban so far in this era.
Pretty standard. I think Harriet is one of the top sort of the gold laners, is still in the meta. All those nerfs, I think in total 27 nerfs ever since launch, and still strong as ever, I guess.
Yeah, of course. But right now, even though the nerfs have quite a while, his damage still kind of it. But his first skill, the Synchrophision, I'm pretty sure it does not crit as much anymore before, the previous times that we have gotten on Harriet.
Wasn't that Synchrophision 100% crit or something?
No, I'm pretty sure I got confirmation from Ito that it does not crit on the thing anymore. But I'm just saying there.
I actually barely play Harriet, so I'm not sure about that one. But good to know. Oh, there goes the Kalea from the red side and a Matilda from the blue side.
Matilda, of course, you kind of have to ban this out, especially in kind of Torments. We're seeing MPL picks whenever they pick the Matilda. It's high likely that the high win rate comes up, and this just basically just sweeps and clean through the 4 off to the side of whoever picks the Matilda. But as on the side of Doomwalkers, they have to come up with, I'm pretty sure they won't be able to cook up a counter or maybe a respect ban, because I'm pretty sure they don't know each other.
Yeah, I also this is my first time spectating these teams. I think this is gonna be a Fanny ban, but onto that Matilda ban one more time. I think the Matilda ban, it makes more sense coming from the blue side rather than the red side, because the red side gets 2 picks first, right, and the blue gets 1. So even if they pick the Matilda, the blue can still pick 2 strong heroes, which can make the Matilda kind of useless. So yeah.
But they just want to keep it safe, and look at that, Lucas banned on the side of Doomwalkers. Oh, Chan, what do you think about? Oh, wait, what a minute! Fanny onto the side of Straw Hat Pirates. It seems like we're not having a Fanny pick, or a Fanny main onto the side of Straw Hat Pirates. But what do you think about the Lucas in this current meta so far?
Why is he that strong? Come on, Moontoon, you already sold out those Naruto skin. The collab is about to end. Freaking nerf that, whatever that thing is, that fox already, please. It's too strong for no reason, man. Whatever. I can't even explain that hero, so many CCs when you don't even expect him to be CCing you. And not only he can CC you, at the same time he's also immune to CC by himself. How is that fair?
I mean, when it comes to collaboration, you gotta make, especially Naruto, the main character of the anime, strong, right? So of course they're gonna give it to the Lucas that is kind of the brokey in this current meta. And here comes the Florin ban. For some reason, they've already taken out the Lucas. I don't know why they go for the Florin ban, but we'll see this first pick from the side of Straw Hat Pirates.
Florin, it's still like kind of questionable. I mean, I have won really easily with Florin many times, but whenever like versus a Florin, I have also won many times. So I think our side onto the red side, they don't want to take any chances. Gatot and Phobius, those are pretty standard experience picks, I guess. Nothing much to say there.
Yeah, usually Straw Hat Pirates, they're gonna go for something that is a safe pick onto the first. And Gatot Kacha, of course, is a very safe pick when it comes to this. But of course,
Right now,
I think Doomwalkers will come up with a counter, don't you think?
I don't think Layla with Inspire is quite a counter to Gatot Kaka, but sure.
What?
I
Sham, are
mean,
you seeing the
I'm watching
future?
from in-game too, right?
Hey, yo, bruh, you're not supposed to say that, bruh. What the heck? But are we seeing a Layla onto the side of Doomwalkers?
Nah.
Nah,
They're
bruh,
coming.
you're pulling my leg, champ. Stop pulling my leg. But Akimi, on the other hand, I mean, yeah, if Gatokacha picks up a Vengeance, this Kimi is gonna get a bit of a melted. But against a Phobius, I'm pretty sure that Gatokacha kind of wins when he has the passive stack up. So yeah, there we go.
I have to think about that. Like XP is one of my least played role. I think that's a pretty equal role. I think, Gatot doesn't win 100%. I think it's Hylos that can totally bully a Phobius into onto the EXP lane. Look at the
Indeed.
Granger.
Oh, I'm thinking about the Granger picks here. Of course, if Kimi can stack up his hard passive, almost said his because he's a tomboy, of course. But hard passive, can kind of shred through the lane, kind of denying Granger to actually kind of poke down the Kimi. So I'm pretty sure in terms of laning wise, Kimi has the upper hand on the early phase.
Yeah, when it comes to that laning matchup, it's like one side saying, "Oh, your bullets gets blocked by minions. Meanwhile, mine I can pierce through minions. Pew pew."
Of course, Jam, of course. Starlium energy. But look, we got a Fister on the side. Is this an EXP Badang or is it a Roam Badang?
It's surely gonna be a mid Kimi. I can tell you that much.
Okay. And as for that, both of the picks on the side of Straw Hat Pirates are quite flexible. But here comes the counter ban. That is the Irthel. The classic, of course, onto the side of Doomwalkers.
Yeah, so I think at this point we know it's gonna be a mid. Then Kimi, as a Kimi, like as someone that played quite a few Kimi games into the mid lane myself, I think I don't have that much good fun again playing against a Badang. So it's all onto the hand of that Badang player from Straw Hats, like how he can mark onto that Kimi. That's gonna be interesting matchup to see. I think it's gonna be a Badang roam. I think.
Yeah, well, you've said it right. If Akimi struggles against a Badang, then of course the Badang is gonna go to the roaming side. Just cutting down the pinnacle role that is a mid lane, just stopping from the the assist that can mid laner do for rotate top and bot. So for now, here comes the bans. Onto the side of Doomwalkers, we got a Hayabusa, and to the side of Straw Hat Pirates, a Fedrin. That isn't.
Yeah.
Wait, a Fedrin though.
Yeah, Fredrin is gone. Not only a Fredrin, we see also another ban towards the jungle side. Joy also being taken out.
Yep, there goes the Joy. It seems like they're just, denying Straw Hat Pirates of the current meta junglers that can, have that early game lead. But looking at the early game lead, though, I don't think Doomwalkers just have that early burst potential just yet because they haven't. They have the Kimi, but Kimi on the early game, she doesn't do much with the bursting potential, don't you think?
I mean, yeah, she's more of a tick damage type hero, rather than being a bursty hero. This is gonna be interesting. Like we have seen like 5 of the junglers being banned out. What's open? Are we gonna be seeing Julian Bakshi?
Oh, Bakshi is also a very, very, popular picks these days. So
Bakshi
as
has
for
been making a
Julian,
comeback.
I don't know about Julian actually, but it could work, especially if you're wanting to burst down. Oh, there we go. Nice one, champ. There comes the Bakshia. Pretty sure it's gonna be a jungler, but as of a roamer though, what do you think about the jungle and Bakshia roam? Like, what do you think is better?
What is the best suited role for Bakshia?
I think I should say it's
I
in terms
think
of the.
I think he's better in the XP lane because he's more of an utility than anything.
Okay, champ, quite a bold statement there, but in terms of rotation wise, I kind of get it because Bakshi
Yeah,
have the Shield of Unity.
you can just keep on rolling.
Rotate, yeah, keep rolling out. After you even clear your lane. As of clearing lanes, you can go for the concussive, just clear
Yeah,
lanes and just
you
roll
can
it
go for
out.
concussive, yeah.
Yeah,
You can just
and
like
then
straight up roll to the mid lane after you clear. Oh,
yeah, and just roll back. Okay. Strat Pirates, I feel like their jungler is more of like comfort onto the assassin picks. So yes, they do have two good front liners now. So coming in, fortifying that, they have the Varsa to kind of bust down the back line because that's what an Irritel likes to do. But it's gonna be a bit hard because an Irritel is a moving target.
yeah. So like Erythriel, it's not that strong early game, but on the side of Straw Hat, I think all of their heroes are actual early game power spy heroes. So I think they're looking to end it before 13 minutes, I would say. Speaking of strong early game, they're hovering over. Hmm. Let's see.
What do you
Let's see.
think are the
Let's see what
chances?
happens.
Yeah, this last pick is gonna decide. We're gonna actually have a better draft. But it's like Doomwalkers are taking the time. Oh, okay.
It's
So
gonna be
we
a room
are
high loss.
Rome Hylos and a jungler Baxia. But in terms of support wise, they don't have the healing supports to kind of complement their draft, which is
Yes.
gonna make them snowball a little bit slower because they are looking for the late game burst. That's the Irithel. So in terms of early game damage, I feel like Straw Hat is gonna have that early.
I think I have to give it to the Straw Hat for the early game. Early game wise, they got that phobias on the side on the Walker and nothing else. Hylos is quite strong early game, but he's so squishy as a roamer. I don't think Hylos as a roamer in my game personally, but I have seen some good Hylos players who can take that to the
Drafting, comment down below what draft do you think is better, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little bit of audio interaction because sometimes it get a little bit boring on the comment section. But we are here, ladies and gentlemen. Any time of the day, we're gonna be heading to the land of Dawn. But before that, guys, there's always a giveaway held every match during the match with an iBot giveaway. It's basically gonna be 50 diamonds, I'm pretty sure. So the winners, if you stay active, the more you can win. But right now, jumping in the land of Dawn, day 2 of the Indian qualifiers of the True International Season 2 starts here with blue side, the Straw Hat Pirates, the One Piece Pirates, I should say, and into the red side, the Doom Walkers, looking for the Doom for the Straw Hat Pirates. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure Champ has to say a lot.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. We're seeing a mirror jungle startup already. Both the sides starting with the red buffs, so they're gonna be going to purple next. And it looks like our team onto the blue side, Straw Hat Pirates, they have a better mid prio as of now. They can go for the litho, but I think for Doomwalkers, they're looking to be ganking the gold lane. Oh, here we go, 4-man gold lane already.
Yeah, here comes the might of the Doomwalkers, right? They want to have that early gold lane advantage here. They're going for the Fade right there. It seems like Smoker's in a little bit of a pickle just now, but he might force out that, but it's just going to be... Wait, actually, it was Oddkin that's kind of getting that.
You know what I feel bad about, Volty? Like that Bulbasaur, that Pokemon, whatever you guys wanna call it, man. Nobody gives any about it, man. Like nothing. Nobody gives a single thought about it.
I mean, that is usually a place where I just force my retreat there in the early game, in the early minutes. That's just maybe my inexperience, but it seems like Smoker already picking up that level 4 lead. But as of now, nothing happening so far. A little bit of pokes on the top side against Dexp. Wait, actually, I kind of know Dexp. It's
Yeah,
actually
I
a...
think I also kind of know XP. We
Yeah.
have seen him in our
Wait,
chats. I
it's
think.
wrong, Kim. Wait, it's wrong, Kim, man. All right, it seems like there's a little bit of an engage coming up here. Rico has to force out that flicker for the safety. And as of now, just a resource spent to the side of Straw Hat Pirates with a turtle spawn right here.
Yeah, all I can say that I'm liking this really very much. Like none of the side have even like yet given up the first blood, so that's a really good sign of we are watching a really good game.
Yep,
Oh,
XP making that initiation. But as of now, that's a good zone because Smoker still has to take that. purple buff. But Rico, on the other hand, he could make a set, but it seems like too much pressurization coming inside of Doomwalkers here. Seems like A is gonna go in, but Retribution fixed by Ronkim. Here comes that first blood to the side of Ronkim. AOG gonna be used defensively and evasively. And with that being said, that's gonna be a sweet turtle and a sweet kill to the side of Doomwalkers.
That's a pretty good use of their skills. I think I would say they utilize their high loss and DexP on that Phobius. Those are the strong early game heroes. They actually own them that turtle, and not only that, they also got a kill to their side.
Yup. And as of now, Shine is, not really having that, authority to kind of like take it, because most of the time he does not want to get caught out. So for now, Turtle is going to be spawning in like 75 seconds. Not too much yet. It seems like Doomwalkers are looking for the bot engagement once again.
Both the teams, oh, never mind. It's a 4-man rotation onto the gold lane. Never mind. They actually decided to back off. They are playing really disciplined. They do not see anything like fishy. They don't want to engage.
Flicker being used by the first out, but as for the top side here, Daxby in trouble, but he still managed to live. Here comes the Feather Airstrike to kind of burst down Doomwalkers, but of course it's gonna be spent. But able to zone that out, I feel like that's a pretty good call.
Yeah, I don't know how that Farsha survived. The last moment I saw that Farsha, there was like 3 people onto that Farsha. I think, do I see? Actually, yeah. The Farsha, I think she used the flicker to survive and then used the feather.
Bot lane. We're seeing some action here, but no Golden Carpet is being late to rest just yet. But it's just the 2 roamers gonna be babysitting. Oh, the flicker! Fist break, not much, but that's gonna be a miss. So it seems like the Granger, on the other hand, is going to get caught in that, Ring of Punishment. But for now, Shine lives to see another day. That's good. Turtle's going to be spawning. And on top side, though, there's a bit of a pinch once again. It seems like Gatot Kacha is going to try to fall, but he lives again.
I mean, I was having my doubts, really, that Phobius kinda might be able to win the lane versus a Phobius. Against the Gatot. And I think that's quite true. Oh, meanwhile, Turtle side.
Ultimate's being popped in here. Shine kills Smoker. And that is going to be another turtle secured inside of Doomwalkers. They're going for more. And then Rico gets slain by Mr. or Mrs. Kimmy, I should say. I keep kind of confusing Kimmy. Is he a boy or a girl? But that's just me for now. But with that being said, 3 kills already on the scoreboard of Doomwalkers. Straw Hat Pirates still yet to get one. Champ is here. A little bit of a cut-off session here, but as of now, in tier 1 on the bot side is looking unhealthy. But for now, it's not gonna fall. As long as your towers don't fall, that's not much gold to the other side. But unless Champs comes back, we're gonna be taking this fight right here. Gonna go for the AOG missing. Straw Hat Pirates are looking in the pickle once again, but Slang's on the other hand looking for Smoker, but instead Rico will get caught in that too deep into enemy territories, and he gets taken out. And that's gonna be 4 kills to the side of Doomwalkers, and also a tier 1 on top side. They're still going for that jungle invade, but as for Smoker, can't do anything. Champ, are you seeing this?
I'm seeing that, and I'm kind of sad. Like as a jungler, all I can say is like, welcome to my life. I don't get my buff.
Yeah, this is the I should say, like, when it comes to utility jungle, this is the might.
A
solo kill onto the bot side. Doomwalkers once again favored of all the even outcomes that they can have. Straw Hat Pirates on the other hand, what can they do?
I don't know, man. At this point, they only picked early game strong heroes, and none of their lanes are winning, which is pretty sad to see.
And that's a turtle gonna be spawning in 50 minutes. But for now, Doomwalkers, like you said, they're playing really disciplined.
Yeah, Doomwalkers, they're like not only playing disciplined, they are. I would say they're using their heroes to the best of their capabilities. They know their strengths, they know their weaknesses, they know their enemy heroes as well, and they're making it show that they know the game.
Yep, as of course, Rico on the other hand, going a little bit too deep like again, but that's going to be another turtle, and also reinforcement coming in from Doomwalkers. Here comes the 1.5 straight towards not Smoker, but it's gonna be the Brook that's getting taken out here. No mid laner to the side of Straw Hat Pirates. As for more, Dexby is gonna use that slam against the Granger, and he gets taken out as well. But it is gonna be another kill, I'm pretty sure, with Shine picking it up, and that's 3 to no trades in favor to the side of Doomwalkers once again. Or maybe more. Odd Kim or Wrong Kim is gonna go for Smoker here. 1v1 situation against the junglers, but Smoker hugging to the the crevices of the tier 1 is gonna survive.
It's an absolute slaughter coming in from the side of Doomwalkers. I mean, they're bringing the Doom, we can say.
Or more.
Meanwhile,
Yep.
the first kill being picked up from Straw Hat.
Indeed, champ. And that could be a good shutdown and also a big of a bounty they can pick. That's another miss AOG. But here comes the backside. The golden carpet being used. But Ace Legend gets taken out. And this is looking quite dire to the side of Straw Pirates because they're not leading. They're way behind on kind of gold as well. As Shine gets a double kill on the bot side. And that's going to be a 2-to-1 trade.
Yeah, I think that was another solo kill from the side of Erythrael onto that Granger. Gold wise, itemization wise, I think they are how much behind now? 5k?
Yeah, you can kind of say that, right?
Yeah.
For now, both of the teams are just looking at each other. Dexby trying to make that initiation, but of course, it's going to be fisted out. For now, Cham, what do you think is going to happen?
At this point, man, it's looking pretty obvious. Unless our blue side, the Straw Hat Pirates, they can pull off a miracle somehow, like from that Badang or the Gatot Kaka, if they can like land a 4-man AOG or a wall onto the like 4-man or at least 3-man from the Badang, it's not looking good for Straw Hat. Meanwhile, here comes the first Lord.
Yeah, that is the First Lord, and of course, this could be a First Lord side Doomwalkers, unless Rico gets caught once again. Gonna go for the piss, but he's gonna get taken out. Backside Bro gonna use that initiative artillery, but Doomwalkers on the other hand, they just wanna see, they just wanna chant the dooms of the Straw Hat Pirates. Smoker on the other hand, want to contest for this purple. He's getting stunned there. He's gonna get bursted down. Gonna use that Blazers to get out of a sticky situation. And with that being said, that is a free Lord to the side of Doomwalkers because one get killed to the side of Strides.
That was actually quite well played, I would say. Like that engage wasn't looking that good, but they only lost one and not more than one. So I think they can still defend this first Lord without the cost of a single inhibitor, I would say. But from that point on, I don't know, man. It's looking dire, like you said.
Oh, another wrong Kim. On to worse, maybe Fam, but he does not quite. Oh, wait, he got it with a shield. Oh, no, Fam is in trouble. Here comes Sean in backline using the heavy crossbow, and heavy goes the Fam. 6 feet under right there in the bot lane. And that is going to be no defensive. Going to be onto the side of Troy Paris because more initiation coming in the top side. It seems like Psych still gets killed by Smoker, but Dexby will be the one to end him as well. But still looking bad to the side of Stride Pirates because a Lord is marching down on the mid side. Gonna go for the charge on the tier 2 right here. It's gonna fall, I'm pretty sure. But on the other hand, Dexby and Slang, 2 tanky boys up front for the taking of the tier 2.
That was actually quite a bit of a show from Smoker before going down. He actually took down the Kimi with him.
Yeah, that's more initiation coming in from to the side of Stride Pirates again. Evasive JOG unsuccessful, and it's gonna be Rico getting taken out as long as Agent as well. But that is another first set down. Shine gets the double. He wants to shine in this match, and of course, wait, look at that mechanism use him to push him back to the wall. That was actually pretty beautiful, don't you think?
That's more like an holy blessing, but it's not for our side. It only favors the enemies, man. I hate when that happens. But yeah, speaking of shine, he's really shining beautifully on the Erythrael.
That's a big burst of heavy crossbow, ending Smoker instantly. 2 inhibitors down now, champ. What can Straw Hat Pirates say? Because this is a one-sided match. 218 on the leaderboard. What else can we say? Because the Lord will be spawning in like 1 minute. But what can Straw Hat Pirates to overcome this, this falling that they're facing?
Not only that, now Erythrael is full build. You thought she was fast. Now watch her being even faster after picking up that great Dragon Spear as her final item.
Yeah, 11k onto the hands of Shine. Well, what can we say then? I don't know. I don't want to sound biased, but this is looking kind of over for Straw Hat Pirates. If the Lord spawns, it's gonna be quite a hefty for Straw Hat Pirates to deal with the Lord. But for now, it's only miracles that can save them.
Yeah, it's a miracle that that has to come from the Doomwalker side in face of by making a mistake. Oh,
here comes the initiation coming in. Shine still gets a legendary, gets a kill onto the Badown once again. AOG being used to drop, but it's gonna be Psych taking out the ace. Not too much because Shine is gonna get that double. Gonna go for the triple. This could be the first Maniac in the tournament, maybe. And there comes a Maniac at the same time, a shutdown, and that's a wipeout. Congratulations, Doomwalkers, for chanting the doom to the Straw Hat Pirates.
yeah. We were asking how do we take down that Erythriel. The enemy cannot take down my Erythriel. Says Sign. I can only kill myself.
What can we do then to say? Because that's quite a disciplined play coming in the side of Doomwalkers. Like, they are not even giving a chance for Straw Hat Pirates to make the comeback. Everything is coordinated, and of course they were rewarded with that macro.
Absolutely. I don't know how do I even break anything about this game. At the drafting stage we said Straw Hat had a better early game, but I think execution wise they kinda let go of that first turtle priority, and from that point on they never were able to make a comeback. From the side of Doomwalkers, they picked up that high loss, which is strong early. Bakshi is kinda strong early, depends what kind of support you get, which that high loss was really able to give the Bakshia, and the Bakshia paired up with the Phobia strong early. They let that Kimi roll onto the late game really nicely, having a lot of free gold and a lot of kills. I think really well played from Doomwalkers. And Straw Hat, I think I hope they come back stronger next time I see them.
One analysis coming from Cham, but all journeys ends for some teams, of course. But as of Doomwalkers, they're going to be moving to the next rounds. But it's a goodbye bit to the side of Debbie's team, I should say. But as of now, guys, we're going to be heading to a 10-minute break. That is the first match. This time, we're not getting any walkovers. Instead, we're getting Doomwalkers here. With that being said, 10 minutes break. We'll catch you later with, this time, Aikosul and Tartarus.
My will is strong.
Hello. Once again, we're back after that 10-minute recess. But as of now, we're back. The OGs are back. Chamber Bolte into the casting desk, but time. Match 1 was a bit of anticlimactic to the side of Doomwalkers because that was a complete walkover. But right now, it's going to be match 2 against Ikozul and the fan favorite, D Gates. That's going to be opening. It's Tartarus, man, our beloved first Indian MPL caster team on tours. This representative of the Indian Qualifiers. That being said, it seems like we're ready. What about you, Chan?
I am looking at the teams. I'm looking at the players, man. Where is he, man? Where is he? I don't see him. No, he's not there. He's not there.
Wait, is Kyle gonna play? Wait, if he
I
plays,
don't even see him.
no, nobody then.
Yeah.
Their manager, I'm pretty sure, also plays gold lane, if I'm not mistaken. So it could be him as well.
Probably. I am kind of excited. I mean, this is quote unquote the best team we got in India right now. In the face of Tartarus. So, man, the expectations are really big. But meanwhile, man, we cannot underestimate our other side. Ikozul.
Yep, Ikozul, all the way from Seoul. Wait, what? I don't know if that makes sense,
Really?
but yeah, first ban to the side of Ikozul, and also the first pick. So this time around, both side Tartars are very good at drafting, I should say that. But as of now, they could either underestimate their opponents, or they could also do a full swing. We're just gonna go crazy ham on you.
Yeah, they can do that. And speaking of going ham, that hero goes ham. So banning that thing it makes
Yeah.
total sense, like total sense. And I think everyone has seen Joseph using that Lucas, right? So you don't want to face that.
Yep, you don't want to give Joseph the Lucas, you don't want to give Joseph the Fanny, but I'm pretty sure Ikozul are aware if you give Joseph the Fanny, he's gonna go crazy with those cables. But I kind of want to see Joseph Fanny once again because the way he plays Fanny is he does not flex cable. He's more of like a direct guy. He just goes in for the kill and just dips away straight.
That's
So
how
that is, yeah, the kind of Fanny play I like.
energy. You cannot waste your energy on using
Indeed.
Fanny. Oh, okay. Akimi being banned out, and there goes the Hayabusa. They are
Yep.
denying all the jungle picks from the side of Ikozul.
Yeah, they just don't want to give Joseph the Hayabusa also. Yeah, Joseph's also pretty good at the Hayabusa, so it's kind of it's kind of respectable that they did that. But as of now, I feel like there's gonna be a Joseph-centric kind of ban when it comes to the hero pool, right? But I don't know if you can stop the
Yeah, I am-
Joseph.
I am
But as of now, Tartarus gonna go for the second ban. What are your guesses, champ?
I don't know. Maybe something. You said TRT is pretty good at drafting, so I'm guessing Chip can be the ban we see.
Or maybe they could pull up something that's. I mean, if they go for the Kimi.
Matilda pretty standard actually.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I don't know if Chip is gonna ban. I don't really know if Chip is ban worthy in this earlier phases of the tournament, because of course you can get a surprise, right? But most of the time those surprises are.
I have been watching a few MPL here and there, and like every time someone doesn't ego, like they go and they do not ban the Chip, they kind of suffer. So
Yeah.
Chip has been like I think making a comeback slowly into the pro scene. So I hope we actually get to see Tartarus use Chip probably. That will be interesting.
Yeah, Kimi, right? Kimi on the Chip, but Kimi likes to play that Hylos a bit more. Because the way he plays Hylos, he would just goes to the back line of the gold lane, tier 1, and he'll just use that ultimate on the backside. And then that's just crazy for the gold lane to do anything, right? But for now, it's gonna be that Tart ban to the side of Tartarus, and yes, we are seeing the Zushin onto the side of Ikozul. Oh wait, I feel like they're missing out a ban on side of Tartarus. Of course, we're gonna go for the underestimation here. Being the top team of India, of course, they're gonna have their standards. So, yeah, underestimation.
Or maybe Joseph can be AFK.
Yeah, quite assumption one there. Yeah, it also be possible, man. It could also be possible. But here comes the first pick to the side of Ikozul.
That hero.
Oh yes, that's a good pick. Kalia. Okay, champ, you've been a Kalia Glazer for the past
E-
I don't know how many freaking days, but yeah. What do you think about a Kalia this current meta?
I mean, Kalia can be really strong, but there is a thing, there is a certain battle spell called Purify, and
Yep.
there we see Parsha. And I can see the battle spell as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, Farsa is gonna be limited to what is that? The element of surprise. They usually use flicker on Farsa to extend the range of your,
Yeah,
feathered airstrike. But as of
after
now,
any skill actually.
yeah, if it's a purify, yeah, Farsa had to play a bit more conservative when it comes to
Mm.
that.
I would certainly say that. Meanwhile, the second pick, it's gonna be Phobias. Pretty standard, pretty strong into that EX billion. You already saw in our previous game how strong good Phobias can be from the EXP.
Mm-hmm.
So there comes out the Phobias.
Yeah, this could either be win onto the Phobias. Wait, it's not win. Win is actually
No,
from
is it gonna be
maybe
Misnight?
27. 27, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, on the
Um,
side of Ikosul, though, they're picking a range. A
Actually, don't.
global ultimate range. What do you think about the Xavier pick against Farsa?
Uh, I'm not sure of the Xavier yet, but I don't see 27 though. Oh,
There's no 37, then I am kind of unimpressed. But as of now, they're picking the early. Okay, they're picking the early. Maybe they thought Kyle is gonna play because Kyle is actually kind of good on the Granger. But oh my goodness, we're gonna be seeing a utility jungle,
maybe
possibly
Angela.
the side of Tartars.
I, uh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at this point. But Angela paired up with Phobias can be quite strong, and when you pair that up against Xavier, Xavier doesn't have any good time playing the game. All I can say.
All right. Quite good ones out there, champ. Okay, this time around, Tartars are going for that second phase of the ban, getting out the joy because, of course, the jungler is not picked to the side of Ikozul yet. Once again, even a Fedrin. Oh yeah, Joseph's really good on the Fedrin as well. So yeah, getting him out like it's usually just Joseph centric, like bans at this point.
I think it's more like they already see the Angela and they are gonna deny them the
Yeah,
utility jungles because they already
true.
see the Angela. I think that's more of it. Oh, Ling. They also don't wanna do it an Angeline combo. I'm guessing. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
All right,
oh,
there.
oh, oh.
Yeah.
You don't,
Wait,
you don't, you
champ.
don't, you don't.
Champ, I don't
Okay.
see. Oh, there we go. Yep, there goes Joseph, our beloved Joseph, into the Cloud Clover Championship of the Indian Qualifiers of True Internationals. Here comes the debut of Joseph. This is the first time actually the Tartars are playing on this tournament, so high hopes for them. And of course, to start the standards out, Joseph once again with the Fanny.
I think we totally missed out on that erythral pick over there. But against a Fanny though, if you're constantly living pressure into the gold lane, you're not gonna be having a good experience. Oh,
I'm gonna get cutthroat here.
oh.
Oh, that's a counter pick for Fanny, but I don't really see Kufra as a very long counter pick for suppression heroes are better, but they do
Yeah,
have the
definitely.
Kalia, right? They have
Definitely.
Tsunami Slam, so yeah.
I
Okay, that's a
think
good pick. Yeah, champ.
like these are actually these are all really good picks, except I don't like the alpha that much. I don't know, man. I don't. I have bad experiences with alpha. Let's just say that. But I can understand how it can be really strong if you get like supported early, fed early. It can absolutely share a Fanny, catch a Fanny, and totally delete her. But this Fanny is gonna be having an Angela. But there we can also see a Kufra, which is it's all about how you use the heroes.
They are looking for something to just catch Joseph flying midair. So actually, 3 people on their straight counters for the Fanny. But Tartarus, on the other hand, they can be apart on the other teammates because they also have quite a burst on the back line. Claude is of course gonna kind of shred down the Irithel when he has that glazing duet.
Uh, I mean this is not a Claude with vengeance, so I think it still can still kill a Claude through the blazing duet. I have experienced that both ways actually, so I think the draft is pretty equal, minus the Xavier pick. I would say I would have liked to have a better mage against a Fanny because Xavier is kind of like food for Fanny.
Yeah. If it's a food though, but the only thing we're gonna be eating right now is the early game. That's gonna be Ikazul on the blue side and red side, the bloody Tartarus here. Both the teams are gonna go for their purple for now, looking for quite of a different engagement kind of jungle rotation here.
No, I think that's pretty standard. We most of the time we actually see those that mirror jungle starts. Last time it was both teams starting red. This time both team starting purple. I think they have their own reasons to what lane they wanna rotate to. That's why they do that.
Yeah,
And
absolutely, champ. But look at that. EXP Kalea, of course, because they already picked the EXP what Ryu one, but actually it's gonna be the first blood to the side of
okay.
Ikazul, shutting down Kimmy, and that is also another kill. But it's gonna be Joseph this here flexing those cables, a 1-to-1 trade on both sides.
I would say a pretty equal trade. EXP4 and Romer, and if they can catch Mugi here, that's gonna be no Spear of Alpha misses, bro.
Yeah, Mugi though, on the other hand, he wants to kind of zone everybody here, but he's gonna get slapped by the Kalia. And that's another man down to the side of Tartars. But as of now, anything could happen because Turtle's gonna spawn.
I mean, as of now, I think if you're Ikosul, you couldn't have asked for a better start than this. Their alpha is kind of like being ahead of the enemy Fanny, I would say. Fanny doesn't have a purple anymore. I mean, yet. And the turtle is going to be spawning. They can burst down the turtle even before the Fanny is able to take her blue. So it's going to be an uncontested turtle for the side of Ikosul, I would say.
Most likely, am I right? Because that retribution gonna be forced out, and yes, Rupo will be the one to get that turtle. But it seems like they're looking for an engagement here. Gonna go for that, Spare of Alpha, of course. But Eden, on the other hand, gonna be backside, getting cancelled by Tyrant's Revenge. But it's K that's in the midst of it. Here comes the dash, and here comes the Tsunami Slam to the back line. But that's another K getting down by the Mugi. But he's going for more. It's going to be living down here. Is he really going to be living down there? But is he going to get taken out? But yes, he gets Dark Wave. Double kill for Mugi. Even Eden also gets taken out here. The Kalea maybe on a damage spree because that damage is actually quite high.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we need to look at the emblems for that to
Yeah.
see what the Kalia is rocking. I think that was a little bit of mistake coming in from Kufra there. He didn't have much. He should have just backed up, but he overstayed his welcome and got punished for it. Oh, Kufra!
Here comes the Kufra. He's like, my boy, Joseph, though, on the other hand, getting taken out by Suresh. He can't, wait, what is that? He can't fill, but he definitely filled up Joseph right there. But it seems like Maggie gonna come here, but more Federation being dropped towards that, and yes, K gets taken out by the Mugi. Mugi, on the other hand, looking for a really good early start on that Phobius. It's not
Yeah.
27, but it's Mugi.
I think Mugi was the one that went down second or third. He was like 0-1, but all of a sudden he's like 3-1 now. So that's really well played from Mugi.
Oh, once again, here comes the Kalia. Gonna go for the Tsunami Slam, but for how long can you slam the Tsunami? Am I right? But as of now, it's still gonna be the Kalia midst of the
Mugi?
ranks. Or maybe not. Mugi, on the other hand, he's gonna try to sustain, but no, living down will be the one to get that shut down. But it's also Innocent trying to, get some hits, but he's gonna go back with the BMI.
I'm telling you, man, if the side of Tartarus keep on making these mistakes, keep on like forcing these unwanted engages, I would say they're gonna get punished, man. This team, this Ikoshul team, they're looking strong, man.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
looking very strong. Here comes the hard guard towards
oh,
Fanny, but can you hard guard? Because once again, Shures filling up Joseph, and he gets that double kill on towards Kimi as well. It seems like a surprise for Tartars for underestimating, but don't forget, Tartars are masters of comebacks as well, but it's going to be Innocent here. And here comes the glazing duet from Dexter and also Claude, but it's still going to go back. And yes, gets the BMI, but here comes that Dawning Light almost hitting towards Innocent. That's good, but it's going to be Eden shutting down Suresh. And yes, that is a gold laner down to the side of Ikozul.
and no, man, we were just talking about being overconfident, and Shures went a bit overconfident, trying to get that kill instead of
Yeah.
securing the minion and the gold crab. He went for the kill, and he got punished for it.
Yeah, Punish just coming up, right? It seems like Rupo, though, on the other hand, gonna go for that Spear
Uh,
of Alpha, but it gets melted down by lazy boy Joseph. Too lazy, man, too lazy, and still gets the kill. That's how Joseph rocks. But as of now, it seems like the screen's gonna be freezing a bit, but for now, that's gonna be 7-6 on both sides. But still, a
man.
little bit of a lead onto the side of Ikuzu.
Yeah, that was actually quite a bit of a throw, man. Like, I don't know how Ikusul still have a gold lead. They should have been
Oh,
like 4K ahead by now if they do not make those mistakes and give them 2 free kills, I would say. And you know what was the OP part of it? It was a gold lane and the jungle.
yeah, but for now, it seems like Movie gonna go for an
Movie.
initiation once again. Gonna go for more. Bit of an infernal pursuit coming up. Dark Wave as well, but Innocent will be the one to kill. Living down and Suresh on the top side, along with the hard guard of Kimmy. And there comes the chaining infernal pursuits. Mugi kind of set a standard, but the Tsunami Slam unfortunately shuts him down. But still, K steals a kill. But that is 2-1 trade on both sides. Joseph looking for an angle to get the steal once again. Look at this guy is just flexing the cables. Didn't get the red buff on the Iran, but the cutthroat will be the one to finish. Mr. Rupo there.
Quite disappointed I am actually. This Ikosul side, they had a really strong start, but then they started throwing, and you give a team like Tartarus a little bit of space, man. You cannot take your entire house. You cannot do that.
Yeah, just look at the difference right now. Even though you could get get the kills, but in terms of objective, looking back to the side of Ikazul.
And not only objective, now the side of Tartarus, they have a gold lead, they have a kill score lead as well, and they have the map.
Basically,
The map
right?
is slowly turning red.
Oh, Blazing Duets, along with the heart, gonna go, getting suppression on Suresh, but that is a turtle to the hands of Joseph, and they're gonna go for more. Suresh falling down, and look at another one. It's gonna be Rupo getting slaughtered by the blades of Joseph, and also Kimmy with a double kill for Angela players to steal the kills from their hard guarded.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm doing this. No, I don't have my camera on, but absolute cinema. It's all I can say.
What can we say, Kimmy though? Ooh, a little bit of a living down wants to force out that dawning light because he hates Eden for doing that. But it seems like it's gonna be the Kalia getting caught in the midst of it here. Innocent takes him out perfectly there. And quite a deceivious one. It seems like they'll go for Suresh again, but Kimmy on the other hand, it's an Angela, just a little guy, just an e-boy Kimmy here. So he will not make
E-boy
those
Kimmy.
initiation, but he's gonna be Innocent with
Wait for
initiation.
pressing
But
red.
the hard guard coming in to save Innocent. This could be the one that gets caught by the Torrent's Rage. Maybe 4 more. Mugi will be the one to have that enough foundation. Gonna go. Look at that. That's a wipe to the side of Tartarus. As Eden, cleans
Yeah.
up the floor with a double kill as well. And that is how Tartarus opened their gates towards the gates of Ikazul, I should say. I don't know.
It looks like it's over, man. They were the side of Ikosul. They had a really strong start. I would want to like say again, but the way that they thrown the game, man. Now look at Joseph. He's just flexing skills now.
Yeah, just flexing kills, of course. Oh, look at the BMI. Just baited out the Kalia title strike there. That's how Innocent plays, but it's not Kyle. So for
Everyone is
now, though,
flexing now.
yeah. What do you think? Are you satisfied with Innocent? Like how you're not satisfied with Kyle?
It's more like I'm kind of disappointed that Ikosul thrown the game like they have. They had a really good start, then they like stopped playing objective wise, and they just for solo kills and got punished for it. I think we can. That's what I think experience
Oh,
comes to.
oh, that is Rupo forcing out the Spear of Alpha to get out of the harms. Oh, once again,
Maybe
Tanani's land just to be on the Mugi, but the tier 2 is not going to hold up because Innocent melts it down. Just like the
look
blade
at
armor
Joseph.
that melts someone's. Yeah, but for now, it's going to
Joseph.
be Kalea in trouble. Also, Joseph looking for a quick kill. Gets a kill and runs away, like we said. Oh
Oh,
no! Dawning
dawning
light
light.
connecting by living down. Downing on Joseph. That is a good dawning light. I would give it to living down for that.
I think I will give it a 8 out of 10, man. That was solid dawning light. That was solid dawning light.
He knows where dawning light will land, just where uh, Joseph will land as well. But it seems like Eden forcing out that the local, artillery. So for now, they have that advantage. They have all the lanes, and yes, they're gonna look for that Lord, that easy Lord for the final push. They're not gonna end under 10 minutes though. So I guess
Doesn't look like
Ikozul,
it.
that's a new achievement. Oh, here comes the steal, but not enough steal.
What?
Wait! He gets the steal! Living down! Just stole a Lord from Tartarus! That's how we absolute cinema this series, ladies and gentlemen. That is a clip that's gonna go down for decades. Ikozul living down sets the standard.
Yes. He'll be like, what are you guys doing, man? Look at me, I'm carrying you guys. That's what living down says. My God, I hope his entire team starts to pulling up themselves and they can like dominate once again, probably or something. I'm always in the favor of the underdogs, man. If you like don't know me.
Yeah,
Oh,
underrated,
Joseph?
right? But it seems like
Joseph?
Joseph, though, getting caught in those chain CCs. Still trying to live it out, but no, it's going to be taking the Joseph boy out. And it seems like Tartars are slowly throwing, but I don't know how long they can keep this up. But Ikozul are looking good on their ranks. But here comes the busting coming in from the Eden Feather. Airstrike connecting right there, but nobody's going to get bursted down. So that's a good sign on the side of Ikozul.
It's a good thing that they were able to shut down Joseph, and I think they need to catch Innocent now. If they can catch Innocent somehow, and they can like sneak in two to three towers, probably they have a chance. But speaking of towers,
Yep. Speaking of towers, I don't think those towers are just gonna fall just yet. But it's gonna be Innocent and getting those free hit. That's gonna be another bursting down. But it seems like Kalia is gonna live to see another day. But Drupa, on the other hand, not quite. Here comes the blazing duet coming in from the duet. That is Kimmy and Innocent. But it's gonna be Kimmy taking out the kill. Killing spree for Kimmy. Suras can't fail. Fills up Mugi in the process. And that is gonna be a 2-1 trade in favoring Tartars once again.
that's gonna be a
Alright.
face full of crossbows for Mugi, and here
Yep.
comes Joseph trying to do
Joseph
something
gonna
once
go.
again. Joseph.
Whoa, that's
What?
almost a bursting down, but
Tsunami
Joseph's gonna get taken out
slam.
once again. The Kalia counter is looking good for Ikozul. Here comes the busting feather airstrike once again, busting down
Oh.
Suresh. It's Suresh that can get filled, but he gets filled by the Eden. And as for now,
mean-
that is a 2-2 trade. I'm pretty sure, champ. I'm gonna go
yeah,
for the
that
blazing
was-
duet here once again.
yeah.
Living down is gonna get saved, but no, in a sense, still gets it. Killing spree.
Yeah.
And look at these duo, man. These are the two duos that like to bromance. That is a tier, not tier, but inhibitor down to the bot side of Ikozul. But it's just Innocent just playing on them. Look,
Okay.
just go for the basic attacks. Can we
Can
look
they
at the
even defend,
items?
man? Can they even defend?
Yeah, can we look at the items, please?
Never mind. Here comes like Suresh. So now
Oh,
they can
never
defend,
mind.
but it doesn't look like they will be able to defend that mid inhibitor.
I guess no Divine Glaive for Eden just yet because he couldn't burst down the Kalia just yet. But for now, it's gonna be quite a journey for Ikozul holding down their, their last inhibitor here. But anything could happen because Lord's gonna be spawning as well. Holding 30 minutes against starters, that's quite an achievement. So here comes Lord Innocent looking for the place to just get it, don't you think?
I mean, this is going to be an uncontested Lord, we can say. And from the side of Tartarus, they made a few mistakes here and there. I think, oh, speaking of, that might have been another one. But never
Yeah.
mind. Innocent is the Lord by himself, and Joseph doesn't get punished for it.
Indeed, but it's just Mugi on the ranks of Ikozul, just being an XP laner, right? EXP laner. And as of now, though, it's gonna be this mid lane Lord, not the enhanced Lord just yet, just the Luminous. But it's enough because it has a dash. But here comes Joseph trying to bait out those ultimates for now. But he's looking at it. Eden's going to be forcing out that Feather Airstrike. Here comes K getting cancelled by the Tyrant's Revenge as well. But it seems like Tartarus is going to end the day or maybe not. Here comes the Blazing Wet from the backside. Going to go for the kill with the Sures. And yes, they're still not ending. But they're looking for the... But no. It's got to end there, man. No more. And yes, Tartarus... played like we expected once again, but there are throws here and there with the Lord Steel especially, but it's cool. Champ, stop
yeah.
looking down.
Bruh, come on, I'm not looking down. Hey, I have to
You're
actually look
looking
down to see the stats. Come on.
Oh, okay. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that are your winners for the match number 2. Tartarus taking the lead. As for Ikozul, they put up a really good fight actually.
Yeah,
But the early game
throw,
throw, like Champ is gonna say here. Yeah, continue, man.
Volti, nah.
Come
I,
on,
I,
man.
I
You can
had my
do it.
hopes up, man. You know I'm the kind of person who will always be like rooting for the underdogs. And Ikosul, they were actually like doing really good early game, and from that point on, man, those kind of throws from their gold lane, trying to go for a kill, and the jungle also like. I'm kind of disappointed, but I think next time we see them, they will probably show us something better. Meanwhile, I think congratulations to the side of TRT. Well
Yeah,
played.
man. Yeah, congratulations, of course. These guys is hitting up their ranks, but this time we're seeing two new players on the side of Tartarus. There, we got
Tartarus.
Mugi, we got Innocent as well. So I feel
I
like
think I have seen Mugi somewhere. I'm not quite put my finger on it, but I'm sure I have seen Mugi somewhere.
yeah. But as for now, it's all right. We're gonna be dropping it off there, guys. The match 3 is gonna get a new set of cast. There's gonna be not Wands, but Debbie and Sebastian. But for Multi and Champ, it's kind of over for today. But do stay tuned because after the break, we're gonna get Peak to Plummet versus Anata Sunyata or something. I don't know how you pronounce that, but yes, the giveaway is still going on. Stay in the chat, get some diamonds. It's good. All right, we'll see you guys in 15 minutes.
Bye, guys.
strong. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to True International MOBV Season 2. This is going to be the India Qualifier. Again, we are back with the third match of the evening. I will be your caster Sebastian, and with me, it is the one and only Debbie. How are you, Debbie?
I'm feeling good, Sebastian. And this is day 2, right? So this is where the bigger teams we're gonna be seeing today. And you know what?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna say
absolutely.
it's gonna be Pick to Plummet versus Ananta Sunyata. So it's kind of a mouthful, but you know what? People are actually viewers, especially, are gonna be familiar with one team, but we never know what's gonna be happening because the unknown is what you're gonna be feeling, right? You do not want to see any kind of surprises, and I'm sure people out there will be rooting for the best teams that they wanna see. So this is also a chance to witness, but there are also good news for the viewers right there. Giveaways are all coming.
Exactly. Oh yes, I do have to mention because the Nightbot has a bit of an issue with you guys trying to win giveaways. So we staff are truly sorry for that. But the best way to redeem those codes are like you have to post your ID or reply them into the Instagram posts actually. Yes. And it is all provided and everything, so you guys will not have any issues finding them, I hope. But if you do, please do talk about it in the comment section as well. So Debbie, shall we move on as the matches is about to start? I'm pretty excited to see, to witness Peak to Plummet once again. And this could be an underdog match, considering the fact that Tartarus, what happened in the second round.
Yeah.
I'm pretty shocked as well, but there we have it. The first pick is gonna go to Peak to Plummet, and we're yet to witness what they will be banning out here. There's so many possibilities, so many plays that can happen, and yet only one can win the match. So let's
Yeah,
see what.
yep. That's where the thing comes in, right? The suspense, right? So first pick diplomat. This is a team who wants to go for the assassin to the jungle, no matter who their jungler is gonna be. So mainly most of the time people will be using the first pick to go for the Baxias. So they have to ban away the other heroes that they do not want to see. But then again, the Badang coming into play for the side of pick diplomat. What will Ananta Sunyata ban here?
Oh, I like that. Barang is such a nightmare. At this point, I'm just gonna call it out. He deserves to be in the ban list, and for fairly good reason. You cannot pick assassin heroes when he's in the queue. I don't like that at all. I just hate the
Yeah,
fact that he disables literally people's main roles, and it's not fair. I would say it's not fair.
it's never, with the facing that he does with a lot of crowd controls that he have on his kit. It's like he's
Exactly.
mainly mostly assassin's nightmares. And like I've mentioned before, Picture Planet love to go for the assassin. If they want to prove me wrong today, I'm not
Mhm.
sure. So banning out the Badang is very, very valid for them. But then again, they are the one actually taking out the Gatot Kaca too. So they do not want to see any threats into the XP
Mhm.
lane. Right, so the target is there under the flex as well because these two are really, really flexible. It can go into the room, it can go into the XP as well.
Mhm.
So I think Pick Diplomat, they have their cards right. They just don't want to see those high crowd control and unkillable tanks. But then again, onto the other
Exactly.
side, we're seeing another macro dependent hero. It's gonna be the Louis taken away. So no teleportations this game because two teleporters. I mean, if you do not count the Moscow, they are taken away. Louis gone. No early game mates for the side of Flick Department.
Debbie, I think the chip is going to be a respect ban because I've seen Big Planet play
Oh
wonderful.
yeah.
They play really wonderful when the chip is in their team, and the
Mm.
fact that they coordinate so bloody well is I haven't seen chip plays like that, like Big Planet has done so far yet.
Oh.
And
Mm.
okay, we do see a Phobius being banned out. He is pretty strong, even if like you have like a higher level than him, he's just gonna outplay you at any point of the time. Whether you're 2 levels higher than him or you even have an item faster than him, it's still not gonna work out. And with that, Peaks Plummet starts off with picking up that Matilda. Pretty good. And oh, sheesh, Debbie, what?
Fine. Oh my goodness. I think this may be a battle of the healers, but look at that. The thing we are
Oh
fearing the
no.
most. Big Diplomat, they do not want the Boxer, they just wanted the Matilda on their own, so they're gonna give away the sustain. The Boxer, Mr. Meta here, he's been reigning in this current meta for so long now. Now that we're gonna be seeing him with another sustain, another healer. This is gonna be something we do not wanna usually face. But Big Diplomat, they do have to have an answer, right? But the thing is, what will they go for? Because this is such a heavy highly used hero. They can be easily
Mhm.
countered at the same time, but they can also be put in a position where it can be used to flex it as well. So Boxer are still a flex.
Exactly.
But then the reply is there. Gary,
Oh,
do you like
the
the Gary? Oh,
Fanny.
oh no, I
Okay.
think Iron Man.
I was expecting a Exution actually because
Oh yeah,
Basha is gonna
oh
be
right,
a
right.
very very scary front line considering the fact that Florin is already there. He can heal, he can self heal a wee bit, and then the healing coming from Florin again, and with his continuous anti heal that he keeps providing for his team, that's not you do not want to go against that. But I do love the Fanny pick because she right now the sustained Fanny is kind of useless unless you have a really good team and you do need some sustain against assassins like maybe the Saber or even the Zilong at some point. But then again, he's going to be able to mark out maybe Sicilian or the marksman. It could be the support as well because Florin does not have much movement speed or even any dashes at all, except for the fact that she's going to have flicker, or maybe she might compromise that as well and get the revitalize for his team and the front line. Otherwise, support the Sicilian here. There's so much that's already happening with Moscow being banned out by Pizza Planet. Oh, okay.
I think this has also something to do with the Fanny being picked away by Peak, because I think
Mm-hmm.
most of the marksmen does struggle against a Fanny, especially
Exactly.
those heroes that doesn't have the best mobility. But the only kind of marksman that can actually withstand or try to counter a little bit of the Fanny is the Moskov and the Brody. The Brody does not matter this matter, so the Moskov might
Exactly.
be the only threat, right? So they have to take it away. And uh, another thing that we can see from the side of Ananda Sunyata is that they ban away two tanky sustain heroes. So I think at this point they couldn't have they shouldn't have banned the Hylos or the glue because they already have an anti-heal hero that can literally disable these two tanky frontliners. But I also understand why they did went for here. I can see the imagery here because for now Picture Plummet, they do not have any kind of sustain. They have the support for
Exactly.
sure, they have the damage dealers, of course, they have the split pusher as well, but they do not have the one who's going to be soaking out the damages. So I think Ananta Sunyata, they read this well also, but Picture Plummet, they are left with limited choices. But
Mhm.
then again, now the pick is for the side of Ananta Sunata. What will they go for? Is it gonna be a marksman here?
I could say maybe the Arlott or Sicilian might be quite a good possibility
Combination.
over here, considering the fact that
Oh,
they're going to be able to kind of annoy the Basha a wee bit and disperse him from where he's dealing a lot of damage. And the windshield wiping skill that he has, the the windshield wiper Arlott,
good
I don't know,
skill.
I cannot see him as anything but the windshield wiper. I'm so
Good
so
skill.
sad. I'm just name tagging heroes now at this point. Yeah.
Uniqueness, man. Because I would also say that, right? He's swiping, right? He's swiping. It's like a windshield.
Exactly. He's like a windshield
Understandable.
wiper. And the thing is, he's like the one sweep, and everything else the screen is like swish.
Mm-mm. If
And
you're
the
in the
same thing
range,
happens to the opponents.
yeah, that's exactly the way to go. Oh wait, though. Oh, we're gonna be seeing two newcomers into this tournament here, the Gore and the Terizla. So they just want to go for the stats and the Terizla. So the Terizla is going to be the main key for the side of Picture Planet. They have the kill pressure, but they did not have the set. They did not have the damage circuit, and now they tick out the boxes. with the
Oh,
Terizla.
Julian.
But again, for Ananta Sunyata, they went for the Julian. So father and son on opposite sides. Who's gonna win though? So, oh wait, Baxter, where is he going?
I
XP?
think maybe he's gonna be the jungler, most definitely. Otherwise, he's gonna go into the EXP lane. But against Terizla,
Uh,
I'm not sure he's gonna be,
mm,
really that sustainable against him. Considering
that's
the
why.
fact that his defense goes up whenever his HP is low, and
Mm,
I don't think that's fair at all. As me as a Cho main, I've been trying to out damage that Terizla all my life, and I think there's only out of the few thousand matches I've had, I've done it only once. And that's
yeah, that
how
was
annoying it is, like,
like
in the EXP lane. I
XP lane.
tried.
I mean, as you know, you can reveal your, weakness
Mm,
sometimes. But the thing is,
exactly.
no, it's kind of weird to see a very squishy lineup for the side of Picture Planet because they are the one who have the assassins and Ananta Sunyata.
Mm,
They kind of have a little bit of a sustainable mate as well because the season is much more, you know, stronger in sustain than any other major. So I want to see what
exactly.
the early game is going to be turning out because we'll never know who's going to be executing better.
Exactly. And ladies and gentlemen, we are in finally in the land of dawn as well. You know what? I would have to say that I really love the Gort pick because he's coming up in the meta, and the fact that they gave him a buff, even though he did get a Starlight skin, I think maybe he
Yeah,
definitely deserved a buff. He is an OG hero. He's been there since season one, and
yeah.
a hero like him truly deserves to shine. And I do love his passive is that every four hits is a true damage. So it's basically kind of cheating. You can't really build defense against Gord considering the fact that you're still going to lose a significant amount of HP. And I think they're trying to go in for that, for the fact that Basha is there as well. So they might be trying to counter out that Basha with that pick as well.
Yeah, one thing I really do not like about Ananda's draft is that they do not have the crowd control potential that you're going to be needing with this kind of assassin. So Fanny might actually be free in just trying to go away. And look at that, it's Charin. Oh, he's going to be very good on this assassin as well. But we can never forget that Florin is always going to be their global heal potential, and she cannot be countered away with those anti heals as well. So that is something Peak Deployment have to be mindful of as well. But so I think this is also the reason why Luminia is also going to be going for the Matilda to healer for healer. They're kind of trying to trade it well, but right now, as we can see, the rotation stuff, it's actually the Fanny better. Oh, he's
Oh,
having it.
oh, Van is going for it, and he
Oh,
gets it.
okay.
What a beautiful cutthroat there. This is just what I was talking about. The cutthroat has been nerfed so much
Mm-hmm.
that you can only use it to, change directions, and he used it so efficiently. With the fact that he was able to get away from that as well. And I think the turtle might be going to the hands of Peak Plummet as well because they had set a really, really wonderful set over there. But I do love the fact that, the Terizla and the Gord were able to force that Florin to use the flicker, and there we have it. They do get the first blood as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, that was info for Mr. Charin here onto the
Oh,
Fanny. No figure Florin, you can dive in, but look at that, he's going in again.
not looking good here. Basha might be the one to be taken down, and Charin does it once again with the beautiful steel cables up there, and he's
Oh,
not going to be enough damage right now as the healing coming from Florin is a wee bit too strong in the early game as well.
yeah, I think that was unfortunate, but it was a good try as well. And as we can see that the Fanny and the Julian is they are both of the heroes that is trying to go for the snowball potential. You want to have that goal lead as much as possible because you are basically
Beautiful.
used to have the early game so that your marksman can build up, and you do not really need to go for those winning lanes so far. But Tarin here onto something again.
Charin once again coming up to the top lane, and I think Dracula looks like he's going to be in trouble, but he gets away. No!
Oh!
Gord! He comes up with a beam and lights
Wow.
the living hell out of Dracula away from the top lane, and losing those stacks is going to be very, very bad for Anandasuya right now.
No, 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 no. That was
Oh
so
man.
perfect. Oh, Savage Warrior, man. Being the savage he is onto this mate. Such an immobile myth, but look at that, Aizen.
We look at Bashia. Looks like he's gonna be in trouble again, and he might be taken down with a cutthroat. No, Sicilian and the Sandrian Claws saves the team once again. And there we have it. That was so close. That could have been a very, very close call for, Pizza Plummet to, have a possible wipeout in here as well. He was going to be clearing out the lanes, but Julian comes in and shuts him down as well.
Oh my goodness.
That was a very, very close call for, Peak to Plummet there. But the Sandrian Claws coming in from God's Eye were able to help him and get that gank. They prevented that gank from actually accomplishment. That was beautiful.
Yeah, for the side of Ananta Sunyata, they did have the potential to try to go for that early game skirmishes, and that they did it potentially, but because of the presence of the Fanny, they weren't able to do so. But talking about the Fanny, he's got the Sky Piercer as the first build, and Fury Hammer for the penetration wise as well. But this is not something you usually see. You might see a Heptasis first build onto the hands of a Fanny, but I think because of the craziness, oh no, this guy, man.
They should have led the Bashia into the jungle, man. Because otherwise, he's gonna be able to do a lot more. HP is good, but considering the fact that they have a lot of CC, he's not gonna be able to successfully use his skills much unless Julian or even the Sicilian are able to CC them up. And there we have it, the Eagles soaring up high as Dracula is taken down once again. Gore, beautiful. You're coming up here, Julian. Might be able to get this, but no. The father is the one that takes down the son from a possible maniac over there for his team.
That was
Man, the rivalry.
Yeah, the rivalry of the father and his son. But yeah, though, the father is definitely being out, but top lane though it's gonna be taken down by Skyzen here. But oh, look at that!
Skyzen trying to get the oh my goodness, the flicker coming up with the bunch of his own once again, but they're able to get away. What a beautiful three-man hit right there. But you know what? I think that was more than enough because Florin forced to use that flicker again. Not gonna be able to get away to safety on time as Fanny cables in.
Oh my goodness. This is the potential of a assassin when you have a jungle, right? When you have an assassin in the jungle, I mean. But because, he can do the split pushing and your team can always stay together, and we can see Aizen already staying together his team because he's going to be needing those setting potential. But look at that, Bakshia though.
Once again, so close to getting that. Flicker has been popped up by Gord, and it's for a good cause. He needs to stay in the map, as he might be the one to get this as well. But okay, the turtle has been slain by Peak to Plummet. Once again, the steel cables come up, and I think they might be a possible kill here from either side. There we have it. Oh my goodness me, once again, Terensla does it. Gets a two-man hit right there for Gord to secure a beautiful kill with Skyzen coming up here at the bottom lane, securing the kill again onto Bashia. Bashia EXP is good, but if they do not have the necessaries, like a really good, CC hero in the hyper, it's not really gonna work out well. And there we have it, taken out once again. The tank killer Gary is doing so much work right now. And for a really good, a really good way, one as well, because they're not gonna be able to do much here. Ananta Sunyata are not gonna be able to get back on their feet right now.
Yeah, that's definitely it. But top lane pressure is definitely there. But the structures are taken down by the carry here, by Skies and onto the carry. But look at Mystic Gush.
Throw deals enough damage to take Dracula down once again on a 3 death situation. Charin with a beautiful 4-1-1 here for a kind of a tough battle for him, I would say. Even though Fanny can move pretty quickly, it's just the one that he can secure the kills. That's the thing that he has to worry about. But then again, he's not really suffering much because Grange is just giving him free kills.
Yeah, I think at this point, the Fanny is just, dive in, dive out, just get the backlines and go back because there's not much of a CC coming through for the side of Ananta Sunyata. And I don't think they will have an answer to this Fanny gameplay. And not even Skies and not even the carry will be caught out as well. So this is something that, where the draft is gonna be mattering. But the only way that they can have their opening or their win con is if the Sicilian God's Eye here will be able to stack up. But then again, he's also so behind at this point, and it's still a bad day to have a Sicilian when there is a Fanny and you are on a swing as well. But the first shot will be secured by Karin here onto the Fanny, and they might be looking for something again.
Again, Scary is the one that takes him down with the help of Gord. The true damage coming in from both the heroes here is a little too much. No defense in the world of the MOBV is gonna save you from true damage at all.
Yeah, but
There was the funny part is that Vistas here they made a very very funny questionnaire and a survey that I was trying to fill out to help the team, and they asked the question about whether buying physical or buying magic defense would help in defending against true damage. Oh my! Once again, two-man hit by Turizla there. Fanny comes flying in with the steel cables and gets the cutthroat onto floor. And again, there's no healer. There's no healer for their team. Pizza Plummet are on their way back. And a beautiful double kill as there's only two left to defend the team. And I think they're going to be able to end it now. And there goes Crystal. Oh my goodness me. That was very, very nasty. Pizza Plummet with the Turizla, man. Sheesh.
Jeez, because that was the cleanest game that we have seen so far. The rotation, the decision making, the early game, it was so all clean, no mistakes made so far. Just one that is just amazing to see the teams arising about Picture Plummet. They were able to shut down any kind of potential threat for them. Ananta Sineta could not stand a chance against them. And opening out a Fanny when a team which is highly trained to play with an assassin is something that's really risky, and I think they made that mistake of opening up the assassin as well. But yeah, we'll never forget, it also depends on the mechanics of the player. So what a good gameplay coming out from the side of Picture Plummet. They were able to utilize their draft to their full advantage. They had only one particular set, it was a penalty zone only, and Aizen with such good sets, always staying with the teams and the split push that Fanny always did. That was a game plan that you also surely have to do. And, be mindful of these teams, guys.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we will go on a tiny short break, and that is promised as the next teams are getting ready. We're almost done, guys. This is the third round. There is one left for the evening. So, David and I will be back with the fourth round.
My will is strong.
Hey, 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 ladies and gentlemen, welcome back! We are in the fourth round. I think this is the final match, isn't it, Debbie?
Yep, it's the final match for day 2, so yeah. You know what? So that's the nothing. today's the games have been very very unpredictable, right? Because we might really see those dominations, but we also see comebacks and not comebacks, but a lot of fights between. But this time around, I think we might also see a very different version. So what are you manifesting? Maybe you're gonna be seeing domination or a 50-50 game.
Hopefully 50-50 game, because one-sided domination is just too sad to see. But then again, if you're here into international, I don't think that's gonna happen unless you are going against one of the top teams in the the whole prefecture. But other than that, I guess it's pretty much a mistakes, whether it's in the draft or maybe it's a bit of the macro. Then yeah, there could be issues. But then again, I think those things usually happen. So I don't think the team should suffer much. But then again, there are teams that deliberately makes those mistakes and then make a wonderful comeback again. Example, Tartarus,
Yeah, Turtle. They're one of the stars not this season for so long now. So there was the mention, but yeah, again, Pick to Plummet really impressed me quite a lot with the games that they are playing. But
Exactly.
you know what? We'll be having a fairly new team again this time around, because of course this is a newly built tournament. It's the season 2, but still some teams are really new. But now that we're gonna be going for the last match, we have 2 teams that is gonna be playing against each other. It's Friends Loyal, I like the name, and Vontade, or what is it, Vontate?
One-sided, maybe.
Vontade. Do you want to be a little bit European? Do you want to say Vontade? We'll find it out. We'll find it out later when we ask the players. If we ask the player, if we get to, someone who are familiar with though.
Maybe, but hey, I'm excited for the 4th match here. There's so many names that I haven't seen since I took a really long break. I would say from guessing, and out of nowhere I'm seeing like different metas that I didn't even know about. Over the fact that Basha is now into the EXP or the roam, and I'm like, what?
What?
I see Lauren being picked up more. What?
I think for so far, Baksa is the only hero that has been that has like full attendance in this tournament, in this through international qualifiers. So I think he's really worth mentioning. So I think this time around we might also see a Baksa, but there's also something about him, right, that really made him good. Is that the 3-lane flex? He can go into the roam, he can go into the XP, he can also go into the jungle. You'll never know where you are gonna be seeing this hero. So a triple threat you do not want to see. So I think this is also the reason why he is also put in the meta. But there are also other heroes that are gonna have a good combination. So we will be seeing him banned again, I guess.
Maybe it could be a guess, or it could be definitely, because he does do a pretty good job at, messing up with the team. I would say the opponents that they're going against. But then again, there's so many players now that they're getting kind of used to Basha in the EXP, or even in the roam section, that they're going to be able to, outplay him, or maybe pick heroes that can truly counter him while ignoring the anti-heal. So I think this is good.
That's. I feel like we were talking about we are talking about the heroes, why it is good, but I think when it comes down to the user, sometimes the user matters a lot. Whenever you are gonna give him or her, in any case, whatever they are using, if they are good onto this particular hero, whether it can be meta or not, there are some people, right, who make it work. So
Exactly.
we'll never know what you're gonna be seeing. So I can't wait any longer, because I think even the teams are ready, even the viewers are ready. I think they are also tired of us yapping too. So wait no longer, because we're gonna be jumping into the drafting phase anytime now. And of course, you don't have to be impatient, because we are here and we're gonna be seeing your 2 teams support anyone that you want because friends loyal, nice name, and Vontade onto the other side because friends loyal, they're gonna be not what royal. It's actually loyal, right? Friends loyal. Okay,
Loyal.
my bad there.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice.
Loyal. It's kind of tongue twister, right? Royal, loyal. Maybe it's just me though.
So that would be a good thing. I did see it as an R as well, but oh, Fanny, banned out literally.
Oh, really? Penny.
Mm,
I'm liking
I,
this.
mm, the moment they literally auto banned the Fanny, that is pretty nice though. Man, oh man, we do see Kelia. I think she's pretty. It pretty much sums up for the fact that Kelia deserves a 100% ban rate in this tournament.
Of course, of course. Yeah. He has to go, man. I do not really like the Sakura, man. Like not the character, but the hero, Kalia. She's just like she doesn't care if you are a tanky frontliners or not. Whenever the team is around, she's always gonna be picking you up. It's like a Cho, but with a heal. So it's a pick off hero. So you do not wanna see this kind of hero in your serious tournament. You wanna be qualified for the international to play international. So you just don't wanna give away any hero that can be a threat to you. So there we go. The Lucas also gone as well as the glue. Onto the first draft, the glue ban away. I think this may have to be some to do something with being a respect ban, right?
I would say. Then again, there's a hero that can counter him out right now. For Ram there's a Luo, there's Vexana, there's even Valera at this point if you really know how to, you use the wall, the pushback that he has. But then again, I would say that. Oh, okay. I was about to say something about Blue, but then I saw the Matilda ban and I was like, oh no. Oh,
Oh
but
no! Oh, but that, it was completely ignored. So it's gonna be a threat for the side of Montale here if they go for the assassin. We might not see that assassin having the best time. But what are the opening choices? Because still, I thought that the Boxer would be gone, but now the Boxer hasn't been completely ignored so far. So if this team ignores it, they will be the first one to ignore that hero. But still. I think Badam is deemed more important because of the flex that he also have and because of the ways that he can counter any kind of assassin and make them impossible to fly
Mhm.
out or fly in, which the assassin usually love to do. But for the
Exactly.
seventh target, okay, they won the Grandeur and the Gatut Kata instead. Solid first pick, I would say.
That is pretty nice coming up from, Wanted here because they're gonna have the range now and they're gonna have someone who disrupts. Example
Yeah.
is the cat thought, and he's one hell of a nightmare as well. I would say because especially for the front line and the marksmen. Mage, I think maybe he's gonna enjoy a wee bit, because that's Valier, and he's gonna have fun. I'm telling you, he's gonna have so much fun.
Yeah, but direct counter will be there for the Granger here for the side of friends loyal. They are gonna be giving them no, they are gonna be taking the Iritel just to try to counter the Granger, and I really really like this because so far Iritel, the way she kites around the map, like it's still really hard to catch. But you're gonna be needing an assassin to try to lock her down,
Exactly.
or a great crowd control hero. Even if
Mhm.
the side rails, it might really really work here. But the thing with Iritel is you have free choice to go whatever spell you want. But oh, look at the reply. It's gonna be the Hayabusa. I love me a Hayabusa, Sebastian. What about you?
Oh man, I would say the same as well. But I do love that the kind of last pick, the Hayabusa, and they're now going to be able to ban the Hilda. I would say, yeah, the one that really kind of annoys the living hell out of Hayabusa. That's going to be the Hilda. Maybe they might be picking her out into the XP lane. But then again,
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked right now because I didn't expect the Hayabusa.
Yeah, Hayabusa. I mean, Hayabusa is like one of the most meta hero after the Fanny, not after the Fanny, along with the Fanny, because he's been whatever mate you're gonna be picking, he is always gonna be there to be that threat. So I think I really like the Hayabusa pick here for the side of Vantad here. Vantad, what? Okay, never mind, because the Valir is gonna be suffering quite a lot. He might have to go for the figure too because he have a built-in purify already. But for the side of Montaigne, they did ban out the tanky heroes, and see the Buxa is also there. So finally the Buxa ban coming through for their side as well. But oh, friends loyal, they did ban out the mages and a completely good setter. So what will they pick here for the side of Montaigne?
Dude, Farsha, man, level 2, she can take out any single hero with that. Whether she can either take them out at one shot, or it's gonna be like she's gonna take away 50% of your HP, literally. That's scary, dude. I don't want to go against that. And I was just playing a regular rank match, and then level 2, I just got deleted by Farsha, and I was like, huh? Huh? I was
This is
using
amazing.
rank 2, and I had a tough boots just because of her.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
You
that's
know,
the
oh,
threat.
this is good. They're going to be able to counter out the Hayabusa's shadow kills here. But Selena, oh no. I think they're trying to be, using the abyssal arrows to catch that Irithel, and that's going to be a pretty good idea.
Yeah, but oh right, yeah. The thing is, oh wait, the Minotaur coming into play here. The first time we're gonna be seeing the Minotaur into the hands of Friends Loyal. Wow, this combination is deadly, isn't it? Because for the side of Thought here, they did go for the Selena. I like a
Mm,
Selena, but she's so dependent on that the mechanics of the players that you don't really know where you want to engage. You are, at a double edged
exactly.
sword, like popular mentions. So I think this has to be dependent on what the player is gonna be doing. And then again, for Fresnel, they have uh a purifier. Oh, wait, is that even a word? The seal cannot get stunned that easily, and even the Irrital do have the chance to go for the purify too. But then again, if he goes for the purify, right, the Hayabusa is gonna be
Mhm.
having the time just trying to target on her as well. So that has to be what they counter. But look at the last before set of
Oh.
the
Mhm.
Arlot, the wind side. Oh, wait, what was it?
Viper, let's go!
Viper? Okay, the Viper. Let's go. He's coming into play now. But do you really like an Arlo here when there's already a Minotaur? That's the question, man.
Shut down that fast as possible. And someone like Arlot who dashes into that, right into the battlefield with no concern given as well. And the fact that he's going to be able to use the petrify, hopefully, or a flicker, the flicker windshield combo, that he's going to be able to
Uh-huh.
do. And I think that they might be considering the fact that he's going to be able to make a play with that. And
Uh-huh.
if they're going to solely depend on that, that's not going to work out. But then again, it's working strong. I would say it's looking really good for both the teams here.
Yeah, I think they have their ways of their crowd control and damages
Hmm.
as well. So like you mentioned, I really like their lineups. But one thing I'm really questioning is where the Valier will be coming to play here, because there's already an assassin, and there's also the Arlot who's always going to be trying to dive into him. So this all will become coming down into execution, and only time will tell who is
Hmm.
going to be winning this last match.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the final match. This is in the land of dawn. We are back with friends Lawyer and Fontade. Fontade? Question
Today?
mark? But
Question
question mark?
mark?
Man, but I'm so excited for this match because both the teams look really, really promising, and what plays they're going to be able to make in the Selena mid lane. Things are going to go down right now.
Mm. Yeah, this is early gaming is definitely gonna be going into the hands of the side of Antade here, and into the mid lane, just the mid lane. But other than that, I'm pretty sure that I've never seen a Badang laning against in Arla. So this is the first time we're gonna be seeing. But look at Mr. Car here. I think their rotation is mirrored.
One there, and I think they could get a first blood from this. And Gatnod goes, might be able to go down here. He gets the first blood there, so you look like he's in trouble, but he's able to regen a wee bit just before the Earthel. He's able to get that away instead as well. No, that was a close call for Granger to get that, revenge kill over there, but Valor looks like he's in trouble, but Selena will be the one taken down instead with a mighty stomp coming up from the Minotaur. Okay, I didn't kind of expect it, but then again, it worked out pretty well. Hayabusa coming up with the team once again. Gator looks like he's in trouble, and for a very good reason, for Suyu to take him down once again. That was a bad play, feeding off not only Barang, but also, Suyu here. It's not going to look good. He's going to deal way too much damage, and, this sustain is going to be pretty high as well. They do not want to go against that early on.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking that for the side of mentality they could have had the early game if the skirmishes was into their side, but still, Koa onto the studio, he's gonna be having the greatest time because right now he's got 2 kills, and this is a studio we are talking about when you already have 2 kills and the 2 minutes of this game, you are definitely gonna be having the snowball, and if you secure this turtle too, that's definitely gonna be the deal breaker for the early game, and right now Viva la Revolution will have to be careful because this is a Hayabusa who does not have the early game. Not anymore because their skirmishes weren't working out well for them. But instead, uh, two of the jungles, they still go for the Fury Hammer. So penetration wise, it's, checked. But top lane though, they might be passing on to something.
Oh man, looking. I love the way the composition of Friends Loyal is happening right here. Oh my goodness, Minotaur looks like he's in trouble. The abyssal trap and the arrow hits perfectly well, and just enough time, the CC happens. Oh my goodness.
Oh!
Kicker fish track coming up from Badang as well, saves his teammates and might be able to take one down as well. The AOG connects, and I think Badang will be the one who might fall, but no, it's gone right here. And I think, oh my goodness, two-man kill right there
Oh
for
my
the side of
goodness.
Monte. Minotaur looks like he's gonna be in trouble, and the Ogi Shadow kill comes up with a beautiful triple kill coming up here. My goodness me, from Foot Salad. Oh my. I did not expect that at all.
Never, neither did I, because this is 3 kills already into the hands, 4 kills, I mean, already into the hands of Poison Pew Pew. This is the Grander we are talking about. This is an early game snowball needy Grander, and now 4 kills already means that Zero that still means that he is always gonna be having the lead right now. And I think for the sides of Friends Loyal, they really should focus onto the goal lane now. Try to shut down the Grander instead of the Hayabusa now because he's gonna be becoming the threat that they are not gonna be needing to damage.
Oh my gosh. I think he finally has his Hunter Strike in as well.
Oh,
And Suyu does get the good secure on the buff as well. A Minotaur uses the Fury. Then again, Badang coming up with Fish Crack, making sure Selena is not able to stun anyone else.
uh-huh.
Thunderbolt is finally on the hands of Badang as well. He's finally stacking up his stacks, but Suyu looks like he's gonna be in trouble here. Minotaur comes up and stomps. Oh my goodness, the windshield coming in from Arlot as well. Granger gets a beautiful 6 kills right now. This is looking good for the side of Vontae.
Yeah, I think they are looking good for the goal lane side, but then if you focus on the goal side though, Friends Loyal they did state quite a lot, but top lane, uh, that was close.
There we have it, the secure on that turtle though by, the Hayabusa there. Oh my, I think he might be able to get away. No, the windshield gets him back again. Swiped clean out of existence.
Wow. I think this Arlot pick is definitely gonna be worthy now. And look at OUZ. He's going for the lightning twenty, so it's gonna be the passive is gonna be flying into
my
round
goodness.
about 9. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for the set. He still have the final slash, so I think he's waiting for it. But The synergy coming up for the side of Tate here, I think it's really, really worth it to watch. But still, we cannot forget that friends loyal are also in this game. But look at the stun coming through.
Oh no. Irthel not minding his business. There we have it. Suyu taken down by the beautiful shadow kills coming up there as well. Minotaur. I think this is kind of a bad setup here for their side. And no.
Oh,
Something good. Gets him, and I think he's gonna be able to get away. No. He's stuck in all time as well. I think there was a really bad trade for friends loyal there. Top lane looks like he's in trouble there. Irithel just minding his business. So close to be taken down, but you know what? He's gonna be able to get away from that as well.
Oh, like Bernardo is trying to look for a set there. He does have the minion fury, but not the flicker. So even if he try to go for the set, the Irithel is so behind in this one that they do not have the damage. Look at that. Oh. Wow.
Dude, Selena is insane. The damage, I used to think it only works as a, the skill to refresh the dashes that she has. But then again, I never knew they added a damage peak right there. But then again, I would say she's pretty balanced out with the fact that the windshield comes up once again, and he's the beautiful outplay coming up from Cloud9. Granger getting a good amount of stacks up here as well. The Minoan Fury might be popping up here too, but no, he does not have it on time. Suyu is going to be in trouble here. But then again, the Death Sonata is not available for the 2 kills. But there we have it, the Legendary coming up as well. I think he's going to go down here. Both the hands there once again. The Abyssal Arrow hits his mark.
Oh my goodness, friends loyal, they are losing everything and anything at this point because the blue buff already gone, the structure onto the bot side also gone, and it's gonna be at risk again. But they are yet to take down onto the mid lane here. But already on Cloud9, they are, they are just trying to zone away into in between the turrets here. So mid lane is gonna be taken as of now. But friends loyal, they have to be careful. Look at the stat.
Windshield Wiper also does it, but then again the Open Shadow gets up with a beautiful AOG coming up from Fontaine. As there's only one left to defend the base. Oh my goodness me. What in the world is happening? It is like ultimate skill upon ultimate coming up from Fontaine. They're using it one by one, but then again it's working out so well.
Yeah, and they just, they just sorry the crowd control is never gonna be ending because finals last, the start, the AOZs all in one. It's still gonna be so hard, but still they do have, from the side of friends loyal, they do have the holy seal onto the bot lane and the top lane, so it's gonna be letting them stay in this game for a little bit. But already the Lord will be up in less than 3 seconds. But look at that damage.
Oh my goodness me, the Minoan Fury is popped up, but then again, does not work in the favor of Friends Loyal. Again, they do have a really good lineup, but then again, they're not able to execute it out. I think that's the only issue right here.
That's why. But look at look at position of the Koa here, man. I don't think they know here there he is because it's spotted out. Maybe he might die.
How do you get spotted out? But that was a beautiful, she does this one. I think this the Abyssal Arrow. Oh, so close to hitting its mark. Shield White coming in, but I think Arlott will be the one taking down someone instead, and he does. He does get Koa as well, and he gets away from it. What the heck? Right there as well. Ranger, speaking of that Valdir, like.
Okay,
Arlott, what a play, man! That was a clip of the evening right there.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was perfect. You can't do everything and get away without getting scathed. But look at the Lord marching down onto the mid side already, and this will be the potential. And look at the damage coming through for the hands of Poison Pew Pew. He's got the build already set, but he is yet to build out the last one. But the Lord will be taken care of, I guess.
I think maybe they're going to be able to, defend this evenly, but the AOG connects in, but he gets a beautiful double kill right there for his teammates. The Minu and Fury picking it up once again. It's looking like it's going to go to the hands of Fontaine. But no. Okay, so I think they might be able to, finish this off if the Rhapsody is able to hit, but no. Once again. What in the world is happening? I did not expect that good, comeback coming up from Friends Loyal there. Granger looks like he might be in trouble here. He's not going to be able to focus this out. The flicker has been popped up as well, but it's no point, chasing down the Granger when he just rain down hell on you as well. It's a good choice here. Oh man, they really messed up.
Yeah, there was. I thought they could have been a little bit respectful of the amount of crowd controls that Friends Loyal had, but still they did have a chance to try to have a comeback. But look at that, the Selena here. I think he's going for the weird kind of build. It's a burst build here. The lightning tangent on top of the glowing one as well as the genius one. This is an old kind of build, but with a lot of damage, which means that he doesn't want to go in. He just wants to hit in into the behind and just try to be that nuisance as much as possible. But we can see already full build for the hands of Mr. Granger here. So this time around, I think he will also get to a point where he might try to sell out the boots and build up any kind of damage potential. Even the BOD will be worthwhile here because he's already having 11k gold and he can even deal that much amount of damage he's gonna be needing. But yeah, if we talk about the other marksmen, there are only 3 built onto the hands of Idrital here. Just 8k gold. This is gonna be really, really hard for Friends Loyal to have a comeback. They need to stay longer in the game for Idrital to farm up.
I would say the Granger pick was nice. The Abyssal arrows are hitting its mark. This is looking really good for Vontae here because if you're not, like you said before, if the mechanics of the player does not match that of the user, the hero, then again it's not going to look out well. And
Whoa!
Hayabusa with a beautiful execution. Oh dude, they needed Iricel there and they just lost her.
This is why this is the reason why you might want to go for the flicker or the purify when you face against a Hayabusa. You at least can purify out the shadow. But again, I think at this point for Friends Loyal, their goal leader Idrital is so behind, which means that if she doesn't have the gold, he's always not gonna be having the Wind of Nature on top of that. So this is the comparison that we're gonna be seeing. But look at the stun.
Oh my goodness, once again, the Minoan Fury does pop in, but the fish crack popping it off like Zedong as well. I think they might be able to make a comeback from this. Arla looks like he's in trouble and he does go down to the hands of Valir. Once again, Hayabusa with the Ogi shadow kill takes down Incel again. There's 3 versus 2 right now and I think they're going to be able to get this win. Vontae coming up as Friends Loyal are taken down. The crystal was just too open for Vontae there, and Hayabusa did his job perfectly well. 2 times taking down, that Irisa, and he did a wonderful job at pushing as well. I think that definitely goes to the hands of the one who did better.
Yeah, he knows what he was doing, right? He knows his target. The only reason why I'm picking the Hayabusa is just try to target the Irithel until and unless he gets the Wind of Nature, and the Irithel was so behind at that point that Wind of Nature was such a no-no because he's gonna be needing all the damages. You see the main damage dealer there, but without the Wind of Nature, you might not be able to survive. And we can see the shadow kill was too much for him to handle, and I think this may be the only reason that I really like the Hayabusa too, because Valir and the Irithel cannot do anything about it. And in the end, of course, Friends Loyal, they do have the drop that could potentially be good because they had a good CC, they had good damages as well if they could have had the early game stopped. But when they gave so much kill to the hands of Granger there, it is a Granger we're talking about. The Sky Piercer is going to be stacking up and he's going to be stacking up the Capriccio as well. So I think that was all into the hands of Vontae here. So they deserve to win.
Definitely, they executed it really well, dude. But oh man, it's so sad to say that we're going to be saying goodnight here. I'm having really fun, a lot of fun right now.
Yeah,
That
it
was a
was
lot of
fun.
fun.
It was
Well, but then again, good times do not really last. We just have to make the
yeah,
most of them. And ladies and gentlemen, we are finally done for the evening. There's going to be more. Stay tuned. Do like and share the stream because it's not just for you guys. Don't be selfish. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. They know.
And oh yeah, regarding the giveaways, once again I will mention this: those who do win the giveaways, the weekly diamonds passes or the starlights or whatever it could be, the nightbot, it might not allow you to win in the the live chat, but then you can redeem it if it truly is you redeeming it. You will be given that only by maybe commenting on the Instagram post where we can actually see your IDs, because the Nightbot is not allowing it. So we truly apologize for that. Then again, it's a good way to get likes on our Instagram reels as well. So I hope you guys do enter the Instagram and submit your IDs there and server, of course, into the post where the giveaway is. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will be all for tonight. Thank you so much for joining, Sebastian and Debbie here. We'll be signing out.
those responsible.